we're going to learn a little bit more about concentration, okay? During this video, we're going to answer some questions to help us understand what it is. And remember to go ahead and split your screen for the sake of, you're going to have Zoom on one side and you should have this Google Docs on the other side. If you don't already have that, we're going to work on you learn how to switch your screen at another time. But please remember, you're going to hold Alt. Let me see if I can just like quickly show y'all real quick. All right, you're going to hold Alt and you're going to move one window to one side. All right. So let's go ahead actually and watch our video. Before we watch our video, can I please have somebody read the question number 1 that we're going to be answering as we watch the video? Can I please have somebody raise their hand in the chat and read for me question number 1, so I know that we are going to be looking out for this as we watch the video. All right, I got Neo. You can read question number 1, and I'm going to be looking for somebody to read 2 and 3. Go ahead, Neo.
Okay. When you add more powder to a drink, you are making it more blank. Is that it? Oh, yeah.
Yep, perfect. And then can I have Amani Ajayi read number 2? The blank.
The blank dissolves in a solution. The more blank the solution is.
Perfect. And I'm going to read question number 3. How can we tell when a Kool-Aid drink is more concentrated? Okay, that's going to come up after we watch our video. But right now, we're going to go ahead and move on to our video. I will stop it so you have a chance to actually jot down what it says in the video. So please do not be super alarmed. But for the sake of time, I'm going to give you a time to write, and then we're going to move on. All right.
Have you ever used a soft drink powder to make a drink and it just didn't have enough flavor? How did you fix it? If a drink is too weak, adding more powder can make the drink taste better, right? When you do this, you are making the drink more concentrated.
Great. So when you add more powder to a drink, you're making it more. It's on the screen. So go ahead and fill this out. Once you fill it out, write it in the chat so I know that you are following with us. Once you got your answer, go ahead and write it in the chat. And if you are unable to type, you might need to double click onto the screen. So you might have to double click so that way you can type, okay? All right, so I see Neo got it. I'm looking for who else got it. It's right on the screen. Yes, Liam. Yes, Jalen. Yes, that word is concentrated, okay? So you're making it more concentrated. All right, we're going to continue watching the video and we're looking for our next answer, okay? So we're on question number 2.
What is concentration all about? Let's find out. The concentration of a solution is based on how much solute is dissolved in a given amount of solvent. Remember, the material that dissolves is called the solute, and the solute dissolves in the solvent to form a solution. In this case, the soft drink powder is the solute, and the water is the solvent. The more solute that dissolves in a solvent, the more concentrated the solution.
Let me pause there because that was telling me some good stuff. Go ahead and answer question number 2. It's right on the screen. It is on the screen. The more... Oh, I gave you the first part. Wow, how did I do that? I gave you the first part by accident. All right. And I also typed it in the chat. Okay. The more solid that dissolves in a solvent, the more concentrated the solution. Okay. So I'm also write it here so you can see exactly what it should look like on your screen. Trinity, you got this down? Jason, you got this down? Right? I'm gonna give us about 10 more seconds. I know there was 3 parts that we have to fill out, so take about 10 seconds, and we are gonna move on. 10, 9, 8. Jason is right in your Google Classroom. I'm gonna drop the link for you one more time. 765, and you're gonna get a chance to fill this out. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. So now we're gonna get a chance to review some of the questions. Remember, when you add more powder to a drink, you are making it more. Oh, okay. You are making it more concentrated. Okay. Then for question number 2, the more solute that's dissolved in the solution, the more concentrated it is. Okay. So if I'm thinking about Mr. Murphy and Miss Fields, whose Kool-Aid mix was more concentrated? Whose Kool-Aid mix was more concentrated? This is Miss Fields, and this is Mr. Murphy. Miss Fields or Mr. Murphy or Miss Fields? Whose drink is more concentrated? Who or who had more solute? Whose drink is more concentrated? Mr. Miss Fields or Mr. Murphy? Oh, let me see. I'm waiting for a few more responses in the chat. All you have to write is either Miss Fields or Mr. Murphy. I have an answer from Jason. Okay. I have an answer from Neo. Oh, I got Jazari. Can you unmute Jazari? Talk to me. Who's more concentrated? Go ahead, Jazari. We're having the correct answer. Who's more concentrated? You unmuted. Just go ahead and speak. All right, go ahead. All right. Well, listen, let me tell you what Jazari said. Jazari said that Miss Fields is more concentrated. Okay.
Right.
So, and Miss Fields is more concentrated because it has more solute. All right. We put more mixture into Miss Fields' cup. Okay. So now we had a chance to do that. We had a chance to watch our video. We were able to determine whose drink was more concentrated, Mr. Murphy or Miss Fields. Now let's think about how we can actually create a model to show our solution. Okay, what do you think we could do to create a model to show what particles look like? What what a solution would look like to show a concentrated solution. How can we create a model to show a concentrated solution? Yes. What we can do is we can draw a picture. All right. So now I know y'all want to make fun of Mr. Bangurah's drawings. Listen, I don't really do the drawings like that, but I tried my best to make a model of what it looked like in Mr. Murphy's glass and what it looked like in Miss Fields' glass. Based on our model, which cup has more solute dissolved in their glass? Based on our model, which cup has more solute dissolved in our glass, Miss Fields or Mr. Murphy? Yes, Jalen. Yes, Jason. Yes, Neo. Jazari, you had it too. Based on our picture, or our model, I'm sorry, whose cup has more solute? Xavier, go ahead and type into the chat. Whose cup has more solute? And how do you know? Yes, if you said Miss Fields, you are correct. Nice job. Okay. So because we know Miss Fields has more solute, we know that hers is more concentrated. So that leads into our big idea for today. The more solute dissolved in the solution, the more concentrated it is. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and also type our big idea in the chat. Nice. More solute dissolved in a solution, the more concentrated it is. Perfect. So now we have about 6 minutes of class, which is actually pretty great. So what we're about to do is you're gonna get a chance to complete your exit ticket. I've also typed the link in the chat. And once you reach your exit ticket, it should look a little something like this. Okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to write your first name and last name in the blank. Please do not write first name, last name. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to write my first name and my last name. Okay? So you're going to answer questions number 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's it. When a solution is more concentrated than another, it means that either A, there's more solute dissolved in the solvent, or B, there's less solute dissolved in the solvent. Remember, what was our solute? Our solute is our solid mixture. So who had more? Which cup had more, Miss Fields or Mr. Murphy? And think about our big idea. Jason, please stop spamming the chat. I think it looks like an accident, but please. Please be sure to use our big idea. When there's more solute dissolved in a solution, it is more concentrated.